What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the newest leak that Batman Arkham, or the Batman game, is still going to be announced this upcoming June. Now, yes, this is the same Alex from Podcast Now. Podcast Now Plus is my second channel. Welcome to any of you guys that are new or have, maybe seen me on Podcast Now. I wanted to make this on this channel as a smaller video just because this kind of just reaffirms what I've been talking about, so I didn't want to kind of do too much on Podcast Now regarding it. I may kind of plug this video on Podcast Now so those guys can see it, but here's what we know. There's a Reddit poster. His name is Mr. Blum 2020, so that's just his Reddit name, and he says, "I hardly know anything about this game. I'm not going to make up anything or make anything up. Announcement is still coming in June, or maybe in all caps sooner. When it comes to Rocksteady and Harry Potter, I don't know what the case is now, but Batman is Warner Bros. Next big internal release, not counting Cyberpunk, which we've talked about. They are publishing Cyberpunk, but obviously it's not one of their studios working on it. It has to release this year, and it has to be announced in June. I can't offer more info than that, but I promise you that I know that they are contractually needed to announce this game by June, regardless of E3's cancellation. You'll see for yourselves very soon." Now, again, this is not really something that is all that surprising to me. I think it sounds very, very similar to what we've talked about. The whole thing that they're like contractually obligated, so Warner Bros. Maybe tells Warner Bros. Montreal, like, look, you've got to talk about this game. You've got to show it by June this year. That's a weird thing to put into a contract. I don't know if that necessarily is 100% true, but again, this is all what we've talked about in the past, with or without E3. E3 is canceled. We know that, right? So even without it, these publishers can still do things. Now, is Warner Bros. Going to do a conference and have Warner Bros. Montreal in it? I think that makes the most sense. This kind of makes it sound like they're going to do something separate. We'll have to see how that whole thing works out, but this is very good news. I mean, I think I literally talked about this yesterday on Podcast Now, too, like predicting it, right? This is something that absolutely needs to happen, and it's good to see someone out there who I've never, by the way, I mean, I don't know if this person has talked about this game in the past, but I've never seen this person talk about it in the 9 months that I've covered this game. But it is good to have somebody else kind of come out there and say, hey, this is what they're hearing. There's some more things in the Reddit, like people were asking him questions. The answers were pretty much kind of just repeating or saying things that we already know, so it's hard to know if he's seriously, people are asking about Court of Owls, if they're still in it. He said, like, other people have said yes, but he doesn't know. People asked him if it's only in development for next gen, and he said it's a current gen game. But again, like, these are all things, like, I can tell you all of those things, right? So I'm not taking away from what this guy said. Again, it sounds like this is a good thing. Like, I like to hear this kind of stuff. And so this was a couple days ago. I believe this was like 2 days ago, or maybe 3 days ago by the time you guys are seeing it. But like I keep saying, on Podcast Now as well, this is very, very exciting. Like, no matter what, I truly believe within like a month and a half, we're finally going to get something on this game. We're finally going to see it. We're finally going to get the name. We're finally going to get to know all about it. We're going to see gameplay. Now, is all this going to happen all at one time? Maybe not. But, like, it's coming. It's coming very, very soon. And then the game itself, that's good. I mean, I think, again, maybe they shoot for that late October period like they did with Arkham Origins. I think that would probably make the most sense. Very, very exciting news. Nothing really else to say besides I'm very, very pumped, and it's good to hear it, be said again. Like I said yesterday on Podcast Now, like, Warner Bros. Should do this. They should do an online show. This should be, a very easy process to announce the Rocksteady game, to announce the Harry Potter, to announce Batman. So it's going to be really, really cool when we finally get to see all of these things together. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this new Batman game? Are you guys excited to see it over the next little while? If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. I do a new video on this channel every single day. I normally talk about like gaming news, things that maybe don't fit perfectly into podcast, or I literally just can't fit in there. So if you guys want more, up to the minute, gaming news, I talk about the big games that release as well. It kind of, same thing as Podcast Now, but just additional videos over here. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys turn that bell icon on. And I hope to see you all for tomorrow's video.